Okay, this looks like the central route of the colony. Now we have to build a research station close to it to start the scanning procedure.
Remember that we can block the growth of the colony by placing anti-corrosive floor tiles around it. It would be advised to build our entire base on anti-corrosive floor. Research lab operational. Acidic yeast scanning in progress.
Great. Now we just have to maintain power to the research lab and let it gather the necessary data.
My sensors are picking up increased movement around our position. We should prepare to defend the research laboratory. Detecting a change in wind power. This may affect our wind turbines. Wind has stopped. This will affect wind turbine power generation.
The wind is coming back. Wind power is returning to normal. We're halfway through analyzing the root of the acidic yeast colony. The data is already looking very promising.
Ashley, since you built up our research station in this area, I've noticed a change in the growth vector of the acidic yeast colonies around us. It appears that all of them are slowly growing in our direction.
That's very interesting. It looks like we've been recognized as a threat. The colonies are trying to devour our base.
Under attack.
It looks like the weather's calming down. Wind is getting slower. The wind is very slow today. Wind turbine efficiency is not going to be that great. Weapon drop. We can try to recover it later.
One of our buildings was being destroyed. There is a breach in our walls.
Base is under attack. Technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. Wall destroyed.
A building has been destroyed. Base is under attack.
Wind speed projection is returning back to statistically normal values. Wind turbines are back at nominal power levels. research lab has finished gathering data. Objective completed.
The data that we've gathered proves that this life form can digest even the smallest traces of palladium. Palladium normally doesn't react with most acids, but this life form uses a highly concentrated form of fluoric acid that is heated up by the creature's metabolic processes. We can program the orbital scanner to analyze the growth patterns of the acidic yeast colonies. This should help us in finding palladium deposits that these colonies are moving towards.
Affirmative, Ashley. Orbital scanning in progress. Analyzing acidic yeast growth patterns. Orbital scanning finished. We have found something interesting. There are a few areas within the acidic plains that are entirely surrounded by the yeast colonies. Spectral analysis confirms that palladium should be present there. However, the yeast is actively avoiding these zones.
Interesting. If there's palladium there and they aren't interested in it, then something might be preventing them from growing in that area. We should prepare for the unexpected.
Jump successful. Orbital scanning indicated that there should be multiple underground palladium deposits hidden in this area. We can use the geoscanner to find them.
It's actually quite calm in here. That's a bit suspicious, don't you think, Mr. Riggs?
Yes, that is abnormal. I'm not detecting any acidic yeast colonies in the area. The local fauna population also seems to be smaller than in the other areas of this biome. Explosion detected.
A giant mushroom just exploded under our feet. I didn't expect that. We can use the geoscanner to detect hidden explosives underground. This functionality is normally used for detecting minefields, but we can use it here as well. This must be the reason why the acidic yeast colonies are not present in this area. Let's be careful here.
change in wind power. This may affect our wind turbines. Ashley, I have located a large underground palladium deposit. I have marked its location on our map.
Great. The ones we've been finding so far were really small. Maybe we can find something that we can place an automated mining station on. The wind is coming back. Wind power is returning to normal.
Warning! A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
palladium deposits that we've been finding here are too small to build a mining station. However, we've learned how to find it. The data gathered with the geoscanner can be fed to the orbital scanner to search for mineable palladium. Our mission here is complete. We can return to headquarters to start preparing to build a palladium mining outpost.
Understood, Ashley. I'm starting the orbital scanning procedure and searching for mineable palladium deposits. In the meantime, we should research palladium handling technology to be able to actually construct palladium mining stations.
A small piece of comet is going to hit close to our position. The comet will hit the surface soon. We have to investigate it. Not enough carbonium. It's hit the ground. Let's head there quickly and see what we can learn.
New technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.